Yo, it's your boy Rush. I'm in the building promoting my side hustle. If you're in the state of New Jersey, you need armed guards or unarmed guards, just give me a call at 973-558-4659. That's 973-558-4659. Today I got a legend in the building. He goes by the name of Illasophical, and we about to, chop it up and talk about these biddies out here. You heard? Salute, salute, salute. Yo,
Man,
philosophical man, yo, let the people know who you are and let them know what you about. You heard?
what's going on, everybody? It's your man. My name is Eric, but everybody call me Illasophical. That's my YouTube name. I got the name from spitting. Illa, that was my rap name. So I picked a clever IG name. I went viral talking to a young lady, and it just opened doors for me to spread my thoughts. I've always been a person that was, that was able to make people listen. I always was a deep thinker. I was always into learning more about what's immediately in front of me. I was a big history buff, big on understanding different cultures. I love hip hop. I'm just an everyday brother from the hood that try to do something better with itself and just try to elevate. You know what I mean? I just try to bring people together, spark conversation that's gonna make us think. You know what I mean? Challenge certain narratives, but it's all love though. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna always challenge the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these chicks be bugging, so we're going to speak to that. But we love our sisters. We don't hate them. But, we got to call out the bullshit when we see it from the brothers and the sisters. You know what I'm saying? A lot of cats be on some BS. A lot of sisters be on some BS. You know what I'm saying? But it's all love, though. We got to get it out of our system so we can get to a better day, you heard?
Word up, I'm hip. Yo, today's subject matter is based on is the 7 the new 10s, man. And I kind of want to expound on this with you, King, man. Talk to me, man. What's your thoughts on that?
I mean, I think they are. You know what I'm saying? I think with all the things that's going on in society right now, we got to redefine what's considered a baddie or a dom. You know what I'm saying? Because it can't just be strictly based on how you look no more. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I feel like the more prettier and the more attractive. Don't get me wrong, I love attractive women. I'm not telling men to settle or nothing like that. But I feel like sometimes guys, just like women, have these delusions of grandeur, and they want the 5% man, and they want the man that is 6'4". Men got that same issue. We don't like it, but we do. Like a lot of men, they be mad about the women, but we really get to know the women they are attracting. It's really women. I wouldn't say that's out their league, but it's women that are not generally attracted to them. It don't mean them brothers not attractive. It don't mean they're not doing well in life. But our women are looking for some type of security. They're looking for attention. They want to be around a certain energy. They want to be in a lit environment. They want somebody that they feel like is always better. And sometimes it's the woman that we consider the dom. And a lot of our brothers focus on this one type of woman. And they need to, I think, sometimes readjust and reassess, because it's like sometimes that sister that you ignore that's maybe like a 7.5, 8, that's really the sweet spot. You know what I mean? The women will be a lot more humble, a lot more, agreeable. And sometimes these bad chicks, or quote unquote bad chicks, they really use their looks as a leveraging tool. They're not really trying to pair bond with anybody. They're just trying to see how far their looks can get them. And a lot of times they up for sale to the highest bidder. And brothers got to mature and stop chasing that IG model look. Like, you know what I'm saying? That you're just an everyday sister. You know what I'm saying? Work with that. Because, a lot of them chicks, I say the 10s is for tonight, the 7s is for tomorrow. You feel
me? Yeah, I kind of feel you on that, man. Like the 10s, they kind of off the hinges with their attitude on certain things, and when they dealing with a certain type of dude, know what I mean? And they say like, yo, if a chick's like attractive and she attractive at a certain age, like for example, she realized she's a dime piece at the age of 17, she will still have the state of mind of a 17-year-old, because life is on easy mode for her, because now she's in a position just to finesse niggas, know what I mean?
Facts. What's good, sophisticated jerk, bro?
What's good with you, Illa? Got the legend in the building. All right, man. What's up, Rush?
Oh man,
Yo, what up?
I'm surrounded by legends, man. Don't do me like that. I told Rush, y'all gotta come fuck with me, man. Come to my channel, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I definitely want y'all up there for these channels. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No doubt, man. I'm gonna have to jump in there, man. I've been watching your stuff for a minute, man. So yeah, I gotta catch it.
Yeah, subscribe to the channel, you'll pull up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no doubt, man. I'm gonna jump on there.
Word out. You know what I mean? I see you just pulled out sophisticated jerk. So I want to get your opinion on, yo, do you think the sevens is the new tens, man? Talk to me, man.
No doubt, man. I was listening to y'all in the back, man. Y'all was spitting some game. That's why I'm glad y'all left me up there because y'all was cooking for a minute. I was like, damn, okay, yeah. So I like what you and Illa was talking about. But yeah, no, I think the sevens. I think that's the safe territory, man. I think that's where you're gonna 7 and below. That's where you're gonna get reciprocal relationships. I think 8s and 10s. That's where they attract the resources. Kind of what Illa was saying. You know, they there for the what can you do for me type of situation. So I definitely think they a headache, man. And dudes, like Illa was saying, it's like, man, they be chasing that. So they pull that into their life, man. It look like misery. We see it a lot. You know, not saying all of them. There's always going to be the ones and twos that's, you know, going to ride out with you. But for the most part, yeah, they come in there, extract them resources. And like Illa was saying, they go into the highest bidder, a lot of cases.
Yeah, that's a fact. Now, do you guys recommend, like, say for instance, right? A dude is on his purpose. He works out. He got his bread up. Now, I mean, like, do you recommend him to lock down only a number 7, a level 7?
No, this what you gotta do. It's like Lil Wayne said, one of my favorite Lil Wayne bars. He said, I make the fly girls corny and the shy girls horny. You feel me? So you gotta really finesse, like the baddies, you gotta be like, you gotta treat them hella regular. And you gotta treat the 7s like they dimes because they used to being ignored. So you got not saying that they not dimes, because we don't want to just put dime in the perspective of just how she look. Because to me, how you look is only a reflection of how you are inside. I'm pretty sure I can relate to this. You ever met a girl that was mad bad, like she looked real good, but she started talking and she literally starts to look ugly in front of you? It's like you literally start to look ugly based on how you act. So it's
Yeah, all the time, man. One of my pet peeves is like, if you a dime, right, and you mad unruly and rude, disrespectful, and wilding, you know what I'm saying? The first thing that come into my mind is like, yo, if I knock this bitch up, nigga, it's gonna be on in the courts, man.
You said 18 years, huh? You
Bro, 18 years of agony, my nigga. That mean.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, bro. So it's like, you know, you gotta really curve them because so many dudes are trying to get at them. Like I tell cats, I'm like, yo, y'all want to deal with them bad chicks? Bad chicks is for tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like the 7s and the 8 could go either way because the 8 could look like a 10, but she kind of got a 7 mindset. Them bad chicks is for tonight. You got like a 2-day window to get someone like baddie because so many 2 days. Baddies for tonight, 7s is for tomorrow.
Word out. And to be honest with you, man, like the more attractive the female is, the more likely she gonna get passed around. You know what I mean? And that's why, you know, a lot of times, you know, dudes got that have that kind of wisdom. They know that they can't cuff a dime piece, man. You know what I mean?
The cats be trying to cuff them, but them chicks, they don't put a lot of stock into their mindset. They so used to looking good, so they feel like they look to get them everything in life. So they don't have a lot of them don't have a lot of depth of character. They don't really have no conversation. You know, they just want to be wined and dined and showed off. But there are always exceptions to the rule because I meet a lot of beautiful women that got their mind right. And contrary to popular belief, some of them might have a child or two. Because women children do the women what jail do the men. It humble their ass. You ever notice how your brother go to jail? He's going like a whole nother mindset. He's like, yo, bro, I was bugging my father. Sometimes women need that baby father to shit on them real quick to show them like how real this shit could get. Because you'll meet a chick with 1 or 2 kids. I know this is anti-manosphere, but a chick that got 1 or 2 kids sometimes will treat you better than your fucking mother, bro.
No, that's facts. Let me ask y'all a question, man. Do y'all think like they a lot of bad chicks, baddies, whatever, they operate like that because deep down they know like a lot of men gonna take on that baggage or that burden that comes with them? You know, they got like a lot of options.
Of course, men created these problems.
Yeah, I mean, 9 times out of 10, like if a chick's you know, on the level 10 or whatever, like yeah, she'll link up with the sucker just to finesse some resources out of him and deal with another dude that she's really physically attracted to. You know what I mean? That's usually how they move. You know what I mean?
Yes.
No, that's facts.
And another misnomer. Go ahead. Go ahead, Sophisticated. What's up? Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying. Now that's facts, man. I agree with you. So go ahead. You go ahead, man.
There's another myth that these women gotta stop kicking, and these brothers gotta stop kicking. The rest of Kevin Samuels got a lot of this confusion when he started telling people that. And I love Kevin. I miss Kevin, but I didn't agree with everything he said. And that's getting your money right and getting your shit together does not guarantee a woman's submission to you. That's not real. You know what I'm saying? We see millionaire men every day getting played. I got a brother that, he's doing very well in life. You know what I'm saying? Well over 6 figures. You know what I'm saying? Provided a life for his girl. You know what I'm saying? Took care of her, set some shit up for her. You know what I'm saying? Got her a house, don't make her pay no bills. She been cheating on my man for months. So all that if about if you come correct and if you build it, they will come. We're dealing with a different woman with a different mindset with this feminine spirit where it don't matter how well you're doing. They're always feeling like they could do better. And social media definitely added to that because back in the day, even with men and women, we would see celebrities or see people with wealth from afar. But now these people are at a click of a button. So even if you can't reach them, they're that close at least. So somebody can easily just DM a rapper or DM an NBA player. So if people that live such opulent lives are just a click away, the teacher, the cop, the engineer, he's irrelevant because I could just press a button and be around Floyd Mayweather if I'm bad enough. Because don't think these big time rappers and celebrities don't be going that easily because they got that bad. So if these bad chicks DM them, they'll fly them out in the fucking New York minute. So these chicks know that they can get access that easily to these type of men. So it makes it hard for the everyday brother. So you really got to move accordingly. You know what I'm saying? Like, have fun with the baddies. Don't wife them. Let the baddies chase you. Have fun with them and put them in pursuit mode. The everyday sister, that's who deserves a little more. And they can be on some bullshit too. But I would invest more energy in an everyday sister. Not saying she got to be ugly, but just not so caught up in her looks as much as these so-called 9s and 10s because they out for sale, man. They on the prowl. They not looking for no connection. They don't even know how to connect.
Now I'm glad you said that about the.
No. Go ahead, Sophisticated Joe. My bad. Go ahead.
You straight. I was just gonna say I like what Illasophical was saying about like a lot of that messaging, man, because that's why I used to try to give people a little pushback. Like I said, we definitely need to give each other knowledge, but it's almost like they setting up dudes to be a trick somewhat. Like Illasophical saying, it's like, hey, get your money right. Don't develop no type of awareness or understanding. So, those dudes are just coming at these females, like you said, flying them out. Them females, we seeing it now play out in a lot of the celebrity news. They lining them dudes up. I always tell people, I'm like, them females play the long game. They'll come in there and have a kid with you, or once they get married, they give them a few years. They're going to jump off, take that paper with them. And, they're going to, like you were saying earlier, Rush, they're going to go get that dude that they truly want. So now I like what you're saying.
Look at Steph Curry White. He's a millionaire. He's going to be a billionaire too when it's all said and done. She said, "I'll get mad sometimes because other men don't want me." And she's good. She got a millionaire husband. He's Christian.
No, that's
he's cookie cutter. Women are attracted to a certain type of energy. It ain't got nothing to do with money. They deal with men with money. See, women are smart. They pursue dudes with money so they can validate them in society. Like, look, I got a guy with money. But they'd be fucking a nigga who ain't got no money because he makes her feel away. But they got to keep their societal front up. They'll say, oh, no, I want a man that gives me flowers and candy because that's their societal front. But they really getting yoked up and fucked in the bathroom at 7-Eleven by Bebe and them. And they be turned up off that shit. Look at the movie Casino. We all see Casino.
Yeah, let me say this though. Like, Sophisticated Jerk, he do got a lot of validity on what he's saying, man. A lot of times, these chicks, they prey on these niggas that's caked out. For example, Shorty, Steph Curry's wife or whatever, she was already ahead of the game when they met each other, man. Like, she wasn't even feeling a nigga like that when it was politicking before he got put on. Matter of fact, there was a certain year when he was playing ball, whatever, before he got put on, right? She knew that the nigga was about to get put on, and she recognized, like, yo, this is an opportunity of a lifetime. He is a retirement plan. Let me just lock him down and finesse this nigga. I don't think that's her first pick, Steph Curry, man. Know what I mean? And, I blame Steph Curry's father for not getting him hip to the game on the mechanics of life, man. You know what I mean? Because, yo, he getting played like a fiddle right now, you heard?
Look how his father went out, though. She brought her boyfriend to the game or some shit with his pops. So you know the apple don't fall from the tree. That's why I be telling chicks, stop telling me about, oh, I had a good ass daddy. No, your daddy was a simp. Your daddy was a simp. He provided and paid bills, but your mama ran that shit. I don't want to hear about your daddy. I don't want to hear about people's relationships because I'm tired of people, especially in these YouTube streets. A lot of people get on these panels and talk about, yeah, I got a great relationship. Yeah, I got a great husband. I got a great wife. Let me see that motherfucker because that's going to tell me everything. And we do judge by how they look. We do judge by how you carry yourself because a lot of these people, it's like, if your woman is not the type of woman that the average man will find appealing, personality-wise, character-wise, look-wise, you're not qualified to wave your finger at other men and talk about what they should do. Same thing with women. They be coming on these panels talking about, yeah, I got a good man. Then you be a fly on the wall of their conversation, you'll realize they got a bitch at home who do what she tell them to do, be taking and fucking doing whatever she tell them to do, and they come out into the public and say, yeah, I got a good man, but you never see him. They not on their social media page. They in the cave somewhere because they not like people just be running their mouth. I have to see your relationship to know what you're talking about. I don't want to hear what you said. I need to see your partner. I need to see your mate. I need to see how you interact because what this man might take and think is nothing, I might take as ultimate disrespect. So that kind of takes your whole narrative of what's a good man and what's the bad man. Like a lot of these fathers back in the day, they consider good fathers because they were just yes men. They let their woman talk to them kind of crazy. They just gave her the whole check and they say, yo, my father was a good man. No, the fuck he wasn't. He was a fucking bitch. And now you're trying to look for another bitch and other men, and then when they show that they really masculine, then they call it toxic. Like I was talking on my show the other day, like a lot of these women, they created the type of men that they complain about. Like a lot of our mothers, my father was a street nigga, but my mother tried to raise me in the church. Now it gave me a foundation, but we try to take that confined religious family outlook to the streets of Newark, New Jersey. It ain't gonna really add up. So a lot of our sisters raise their sons to be men that they're not even attracted to. You feel me?
Hey, Illa, you think they try to overcorrect because they were bitter at the men that like they felt did them dirty, so it's like they almost like try to soften up dudes.
That and women they all in cahoots for real. So they're gonna create men that's compatible with the ideology that they know their sisters are teaching their daughters to be compatible with. In other words, they taught the young ladies of our era, go hard, get your shit together, be independent. So they had to teach, and they taught the young boys to be gentlemen and soft because they was trying to prepare men to be compatible with the ideology of their female sister counterparts. So they was all in cahoots subconsciously because if I'm raising my daughter to be independent or go-getter, the only men that can be compatible with that is a docile man. So they was all in cahoots with this shit, whether they did it consciously or unconsciously. They had to create young passive boys because that's the only type of boy or the only type of male that's compatible with a masculine woman.
Well, let me ask y'all this, man. What caused the ripple effect for females that's either, from a 5 to believing that they're a 10? Like, what's the ripple effect what caused that ripple effect? Like, I mean, what do you think it is?
Jerk, go ahead.
Yeah, man. I just think it's guys with no standards, man, that hype the women up, because, man, we be talking to a lot of dudes and we're like, man, things supposed to be reciprocal. You get the female that likes you back, that treats you good, that, are going to kind of contribute to the household also and not try to, like a lot of these conversations, what the females be saying, like, if you don't provide for me, I'm not going to treat you good pretty much, and I'm like, man, y'all taking a bad deal, man. So I just think so many guys, man, they pedestalize women to a certain degree where they just going to pull anybody in their life and they don't care how that chick treats them. So even like 5s, like you talk about.
Let me ask you this. Where you think that comes from, though, for them to have this desperate spirit on them?
Rest them niggas got no game. That's what it is.
What you said?
Said they got no game. That's what they just, it's kind of like they bad with women. So when they finally get some attention, man, or, like the females we were talking earlier, kind of finesse them, be a little nice to them. They just fall for it.
And they fall for the okie doke.
And then also what Illa was saying, like the fathers, man, they seen their dads kind of like be weak too, So it's just like he said, the messaging also where fathers like, hey, you know, happy wife, happy life type stuff. You know, forget about your happiness. Like, take all that burden on. So I think that's what, you know, kind of made them get that desperate spirit.
Mm-hmm. And
Yo,
also, to add on to that, a lot of black men don't have a knowledge of self. See, when you got a knowledge of self of who you are, that goes beyond your income, that goes beyond the American society, that goes beyond what this generic secular culture try to teach you, and you're gonna have a certain confidence that's not defined by materialism. Like, I don't give a fuck about. I was sleeping on people's couches, and I was dating women that made 6 figures, and I come to their house and they have a blunt roll for me and food and all that, and I ain't had shit with the jeans on my back. So it ain't on you, it's in you. But when you know who you are as the man on a physical, spiritual level, you're not swayed by the falls and the ups and downs of life. Yeah, we men, we get down, we have issues, but men, they only find their value in what they could do for a woman. They don't know that you are a man when you're born. Like, you have an innate power that can't be defined by no money, because push come to shove, if you got to defend your woman's life, you got to defend your family's life, ain't nobody going to say, hey, before I fight you, what's your credit score? They don't give a fuck about that shit. So if your whole value of yourself is caught up in your FICO, not saying you should, because I got to put a disclaimer, because, you know, somebody hear this and say, see, this is what these poopies and ray-rays are talking about. They just want to be broke. No, we're not saying that. We're saying that you have to have a value of yourself beyond materialism, because materialism can come and go. So if you feel like $1 million with $1 million, you should feel that way without it, because your true value, when the rubber hits the road, it's not gonna matter what you got. It's gonna matter about who you are and what you're gonna do in that moment and being a man.
Yo, let me ask you both something right now, right? Like, what advice would you give to a dude that's getting played like that? You know what I mean? Because a lot of times a chick will link up with a nigga that got that bread and provide that lifestyle, and then link up with a nigga that ain't got no bread. Know what I mean? Like, what advice would you give to that nigga to stay sucker free? Talk to me, man.
Well, go ahead. This kid.
No, you go ahead, man. I went first last time.
First thing I ask a lot of brothers is, nigga, what's the last book you read? That tell me everything right there. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is not a suit. See, we let the world and we let women make us think that intelligence is a weakness. No, it's not. If you don't know shit, what the fuck you gonna tell a woman? Like, women need instructions. You need to, if a woman never told you, I never heard that before. Damn, I never thought about that. Then you won't know shit. You need to be the nigga that say stuff to her that she never heard in her life. You need to be constantly coming at her with things she ain't never even perceived. But if you just think, I'm just gonna work hard, go to school, get a job, and take this, women need challenges. They need to feel like you smarter than them, or you know more than them. Just because you got more money than them don't mean that they think you're smarter than them. Because a lot of guys with money get outsmarted by the women. They end up losing their money. So you got to have some type of depth, some type of a train of thought that challenges a woman, that makes her feel like you're over her head. I'd rather a woman say, I don't understand that. I'm not trying to relate to you. I'm trying to get you to my level. I'm not trying to connect to you. I don't know nothing about Lizzo. I'm not trying to talk to you about the Renaissance tour. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I'm going to challenge your mind to a place you ain't never been before. Most men that I meet, they have no idea. They don't have no library. The best thing they probably read is the 48 Laws of Power, which is cool. But who are you? What do you know about yourself? And a lot of men don't know.
I got to interject real quick, man. 48 Laws of Power is a real good book. Matter of fact, there's a law in there that says, and this is the law that most females use. In order to catch a sucker, you got to play a sucker, you heard? And that's in one of the laws of the 48 Laws of Power, nigga.
So you said the females got that down to a T then, huh? They must have learned that shit in school.
Now go ahead, Jerry.
They got it down pat, man. They ain't playing with y'all niggas. They don't love y'all niggas out here, man. You know what I mean?
You read the book, The Manipulated Man?
Streets is cold out here.
Nah, I never read that one.
You gotta read that book.
For real?
It's a book written by a woman. It's called The Manipulated Man by Esther Villar. She's a French woman. In this book,
she check that out.
Okay.
That's a must-have. It's a woman giving you the drip. She telling you how this society raised men from a young age to be workers, and they raise women to control people. It's like she was. But one example she gave, she was like, they give little girls dolls. So they get the dolls and they make the dolls talk and fight and control them. So at a young age, they're already learning how to control people, but they give little boys what? Trucks, bricks, Legos. So you already programmed to be a worker. But she was saying out in her book, she was like how the power that's within man is so needed for society that it's so sad that men who have the curiosity to learn all these powerful things, compact all that power to just be a slave for a woman and to have children. Not to say you shouldn't have a family, but just think about the power within men. Men are discoverers. We discover things. We add to the world on many levels. Like I tell people all the time, whether a man got a relationship with a woman or not, whether he got children or not, he still benefits. He still contributes to society. Like it's men that may be horrible boyfriends, but they might be an electrician. They might be a plumber. They might be in a field or a service that services hundreds of thousands of families. So even when men are not with a person, they're still taking care of families based on our design and nature. So a man is a different type of creature. So if you don't know who you are, man, you're lost from the beginning. You got to know that you got a value regardless of what. And a lot of men don't know that. But that woman, she speaks about that very highly in that book. I suggest every man to get that book, The Manipulated Man. You got to read that.
No, I'm definitely going to check it out. But to answer your question, Rush, man, I think I was talking to a man. It was funny, man. A dude just reached out to me and Manic probably about a month ago. And he was like asking for help and shit stuff so we could get him straight. Some dude that we worked with. And I was like, man, where you live? First thing I did, I was like, man, check out this place. It was like a botanical garden. It was like all these different places. I was like, dude, you got to step out of your comfort zone, man. Because if you keep on going to like a club or a spot like that, man, that's your issue. So it's like, man, you got to go places where like there was museums around the way. So I was like, man, go to all these spots, holler at somebody. I don't give a damn who it is. Like stop them and just talk to them. You know, it's like they might shut you down and stuff, but they might reject you. But at least you're getting out there, you're interacting with people. I was like, man, get in the gym, vest in your wardrobe and stuff like that. So, you know, I think a lot of times, and Illa was kind of hitting on it, it's just like, man, we're so like selfless sometimes where we think we just got to throw money out there all the time, where it's like, guys, man, you got to be a little selfish with your time and invest in yourself. You know, going low it. What was that?
They love selfish men.
Oh, absolutely. Because those are, like you said, those are the men that's low key going to have the, like you, what you're kind of capturing is like, those are going to be the dudes that have that, intellect and are interesting to them. So it's like, man, when you're like selfish with your time and you build up, you know, they find that interesting. So it kind of coincides with each other.
Because they so vain. So they like, damn, what the fuck is he into that don't got him focused on me? And now they want to pursue you. The dudes got it all fucked up. They listen to their damn. I love my mama, but my mother can't tell me nothing about no women. You know, I love her to death, but she can't tell me nothing about these women out here. You know what I'm saying? So these dudes, women love reaching. Why you think look at it. You'll go to a Future concert. There's thousands of women there. They all know that man ain't gonna pick them, but are they gonna shoot their shot? Of course they is. Because why? He's focused on Future. He's focused on what he want to do. And they love to be a distraction. They can only they can only be a distraction for somebody who's focused. If you're focused on that woman, she's not a distraction. She only distracts somebody you can only distract somebody from something. So if they're chasing a goal, women want to be the reason why you take a break from that goal. So the more selfish men get all the love. Women can say what they want to say. The men that focus on their pursuits and their goals, if you focus on your goals, a woman will be happy if you just take her to get a slice of pizza. Because she just like, damn, I just want some time with them. I don't care if we just drink coffee. Like, it's very psychological when it comes to these women. And men got to stop listening to what they be saying out their mouth, because women are great PR agents for themselves. Everything they do is PR work. That's not how they really feel.
Rush, what would you tell that guy if he was asking you for some advice, man?
I tell him never wife up no chick, man. They all for the streets, man. Straight up. They all for the streets, man. I done seen a lot, man. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things I can't even expand on because they might be watching me. I'm like, oh, I know what this nigga's talking about.
I just said it's all from the streets, but they all been bit by the street. They all been bit by the city girl snake. They got city girls in them. You know what I'm saying? Some more than others.
Fam, man, I done lived out the country, man. I done lived in many different states. I done been in many hoods, man. It's the same shit, fam. Know what I mean? I mean,
When
you
you
know,
say that, I can't be mad at him though because
I,
it is.
I wouldn't recommend. I wouldn't recommend a dude to wife up a chick because he'll forever be in a subservient position due to the laws in the state or whatever, in this country or whatever. But you know, like yo, I think we need to bring it back old school, man. If Shorty ain't got a hymen, man, don't give her a diamond. Know what I mean? Straight up, man.
But nobody's getting a diamond. That's
Yeah,
it.
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
That's
Hey, Russ,
it.
you gonna have to move to some Mars or some shit. You gonna have to find a new galaxy out this joint.
That's why I say they all for the streets, man. Know what I mean? You know what I'm saying, man? Yo, listen, man. They say, and this is a scientific fact. They say if a female got one mate other than you before she marries you, it's a 50% chance she ain't gonna pan out. Know what I mean, she gonna step out. Know what I mean, and that's just one dude. Saying we all know. Most of these chicks out here ain't got one body, man. They got crazy bodies, nigga.
I get messages all the time about guys and what they deal with these women. So it's like I be trying to be fair and balanced, especially when I do my shows. But it's like I be telling my sister, they be like, "Oh, what's the?" I'm like, "Look, ladies, y'all gonna have to deal with the times we in. Like, I'm sorry, like that video I did when I was saying they standing too close, whatever. That shit is real. The collateral damage from it's like black men. We know that based on the 80s and the 90s and gang banging and selling drugs, we know that there's a stigma that's attached to us as men, and we've embraced it. Not saying we embrace it as if I did that or Rush did that or Sophisticated did that, but we know that when certain people see us, they may miscategorize us, and we may have to deal with that stereotype.
Yeah,
Women don't deal with it. They think that all this whoredom, all these slut walks, all this stupid shit these women be posting, all the crazy demands they be making, they think they not going to be affected by that. Yes, the fuck you are. You're going to be affected by the collateral damage of your female sister counterparts.
And yo, let me just say this real quick. The reason why those demands is so high is because they already know that the dude that they gonna link up with, chances are it's not gonna be that dude. Know what I mean? So that's why they ask for those ridiculous standards, like yo, you gotta be 6 feet tall. You know what I mean? Gotta have that pipe game on point like a scoreboard. You gotta have your bread right. You know what I mean? This is why they say these things, because they know the dude that they linking up with is not the dude that they really attracted to. They gonna use that nigga for the resources and let a nigga that got the same attributes like me, not me, but a dude like me, wanna, you know what I mean? Smash something, you know what I mean?
The last top tier is when I got the furthest I got with a woman is when I don't care that much. It's like when I put all that effort in, they get annoyed. It's like that annoys them. I mean, I did a show in Atlanta, and the girl was like, "I'm not a flower girl." Could you imagine? Like this thing, just go back to when we was like young boys. Flowers, candy, and women was like synonymous. The fact that women don't even like flowers show you that you're dealing with a whole different type of creature out here. How you don't like flowers? You know what I'm saying? It's like, why is that not something that you would want? Why would that be so? Oh, I'm not a flower girl. Then motherfucker, you're not even a girl. Like, what the fuck is you talking about? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, your grandmother never said that. Like, even if she didn't like it, she would still take it. But these women are like, they'll give it back to you. Like, you dealing with that's why I be telling cats, this is not your mama. See, men be trying to find, we feel like, and I went through this as a young man, I'm not gonna be like my dad. So we be thinking, we be trying to be our daddy to these other women, but we not our father and we not with our mother. Dealing with these women don't do nothing for the pain that your father put your mother through. But subconsciously, we be trying to heal these women because we seen what our father did to our mother. That shit ain't got nothing to do with nothing. These chicks are from a different train of thought, and it's a whole nother game. And you gotta be out for self, and they have to convince you to think otherwise.
No, y'all right, man. Because lately, man, listening to these conversations like what Illa talking about, man, these demands are outrageous. They talk about the Cheesecake Factory, like that's a bad spot now.
Big menu, all that. Good drinks, nice ambiance.
You want to know why she said that and disrespected that Hispanic man like that? Because he's not that guy. That's why she said it like that, man. And she was really rocking with the nigga. She don't care where the nigga gonna take him, man. Cause you know what I mean? She physically attracted to the nigga. You know what I mean?
No, I feel you. But yeah, there was numerous ones talking about the Cheesecake Factory, like they would roll up on there. So that's why I was like, damn. I was like, man, when did I become like they was treating Cheesecake Factory like it was Wendy's or something. So yeah, it's crazy out here.
She went viral saying that, man, and my next question to that, is like, yo, do you think the rich simps are messing up the game for, men like, me and illasophical?
Man, I don't think they messing up the game for y'all. Honestly, I think they messing it up for the dudes that ain't doing too well. But like y'all gonna eat regardless. You know what I'm saying? That's just gonna be the reality.
I don't give a fuck if it's a drought. Like see, Casby, that's the thing. People get it twisted. They be thinking, oh, he must not. Like when I did that video, everybody like, oh, he must not get women. Nigga, I had a woman at home that night. The girl that was in the video, I bagged her too. It's like, just because I see the game don't mean I ain't going to the Hall of Fame, motherfuckers. Like,
yeah.
Why do you think I see it so clearly? Like, I don't have no problem getting women. Like, women think because you're objective against to women and you see through them that you must not know how to get them. You're gay or broke or nothing like that. Like, no, I'm living pretty decent. I have a nice place. I don't have no problems getting women. I'm around them a lot. That's why I know they full of shit sometimes. Duh. You can't coach the game from the bench. You got to be in the fucking game. I done been all over this country. I know how they get down.
Yo, that's a fact. And the reason why I agree with illasophical is because most time when females are giving game towards, whether if it's their daughter or friend or a dude, they setting you up for a snare, nigga. You know what I mean? They ain't gonna give you the full game, man. You know what I'm saying? Word up.
See, the sisters is in cahoots. They setting you up for the next. They already know what the next sister is on, whether they know them or not. So they like, I'm gonna prep you for her. So I gotta make sure you in sucker mode because for the next sister, so she can get something out of you. Brothers be giving each other the wrong information. Nah, you better cherish her. Like, yeah, take her kids to all this dumbass shit. Like, yo, bro, what is you talking about, bro? Stop. We don't want to be mean to women.
But yo, hold on. But sometimes you can't keep it real with a nigga because you know you got a situation going on with chick. He might, he might do some dirty macking on the nigga. That be.
But they only work on dudes who don't. They only work for dudes who suckers. Because if you try to dirty mack on a chick, a dude who know what time it is, you know what's gonna happen? The girl gonna tell you.
But here's the thing, though. He might turn around and just fuck up the whole situation just cause. That mean, because niggas be hating like that, man. I'm telling you, man.
The only way he can fuck it up is like he do some wild shit and be like, yo, look, this is a video of your man. Like, unless he got some proof, all he's doing is talking.
But yo, hold on. But sometimes when you keep it a bean like that, they turn around and get mad at you because you keep it in the buck with them and let them know that your chick is for the streets. Know what I mean? Because you know that they're gonna take it to heart.
No, that's facts. Yeah, I had a couple friends. I had to tell them, man, but they did choose that side. But I still had to give them the information. I was like, look, I'm gonna give it to you anyways. You take it how you want. If that's the end of the friendship, we probably wasn't friends no ways, and we just parted ways, man. Because like you said, I had to give them that wisdom. But that's facts. Nah, dudes, man, when they get that love bug, dog, they riding that shit to the grave sometimes.
Man, these dudes, man, and yo, a lot of these dudes. Because women don't know, because women know they're attracted to the streets. You know, I'm from the hood and all that, but some of the biggest simps I know is the street niggas, drug dealers. Some of the biggest simps I know, getting played, getting done dirty. I had dudes to tell me, I know.
Yo, don't say street niggas, man. You know what I mean? Say sucker.
Nah, bro, that's facts, man.
Big difference, man. You do got some sucker niggas in the hood, man.
I gotta keep it real, Rush. I'm talking about, I know dudes who certified street niggas, get money, respected in the hood. They be the biggest simps in the world, bro. A lot of them be simps. I'm sorry, they don't be game ready because they be thinking the women be falling for their I know some, like I met dudes, a lot of cats in my hood. My man see this, he know I'm talking about his ass. I mean, he's a black. Yo, you hard on these chicks, man. I know I fucked up with my girl. Like, I'm like, all right, bro. A couple years later, she left his ass. Like, I be trying to tell you, man.
Sucking shit, yeah. Sucking shit.
I'm sorry. I'm not abusive. I don't hit women and nothing like that. But you gonna be crying before I do. I'm sorry. It's just how.
Man, that's a different topic for a different show.
I don't hit them with nothing.
Word up.
Before I'm crying.
So, Russ, philosophical. Let me ask y'all a question. So, how y'all think relationships will look nowadays? Then, because everybody eventually gonna get in some type of relationship. So, how should I look? Because it seemed like it's dangerous, like Russ said, to get married and shit now. But oh, my bad. What you?
We gotta just look outside the box. It's like, and this real shit. Like, I'm not telling men to settle with nothing like that, but because like Russ said, he done been all over the world. Because that's another misnomer. Cats be thinking women overseas is so different. No, they go about it in a different way. They're a little more feminine in their approach, but their end game is the same. It's just that women over here, they don't have no tact. They don't have the right demeanor. They're not courteous. You know what I'm saying? So they just tell you what they want. Women over there want the same thing, but they're gonna be more feminine about it, be more gracious about it. But they want the same shit: stability, money, and all that shit. So men just gotta look at it like it depends on what you want out of life. If you want a woman that's fuck with you and agree with you, she might not be in this certain package that you claim to want. If you just want a good woman, then she may not be a virgin. She may not be childless. She may not have the complexion you want. So it's just about what you're willing to sacrifice for what you want as a man. Now, if you want this woman who's 5'8", with the perfect body, light skin, this, okay. Good luck. Not saying they're not out here, but the likelihood of getting a woman like that to cooperate and to be focused on you is very slim. Just like how women say, oh, I want a man who is 6'5" and make this amount of money. It's like men do the same thing. It's like somebody gotta be willing, somebody gotta be an adult. You know what I'm saying? Women, there's some good women out here. They just don't come in this perfect ass package that we want. So unless you want to deal with the perfect package, then do that. Don't complain when they want to be for the streets. Don't complain when you find out she got OnlyFans. Don't complain when she got 5 niggas paying her bills. That's what you want. Deal with that. Like, I don't tell people right or wrong. You could chase what you want. I talk about tendency and likelihood. I'm not telling women, hey, you're wrong for wanting a baller. Nah, baby, go get that. Just don't complain when their lifestyle goes against yours. Don't come back to the community and say all men ain't shit. No. That's what you wanted. And the same goes for brothers. Don't go to the strip club. Don't go to the club. Don't be DMing all these badass model chicks. And then when you do dirty, say bitches ain't shit. No. That's not it. This is what you asked for. Then deal with the consequences. It's like a dude who sells drugs his whole life and be like, man, white man on my neck. Man, they just gave me 20 years, man. It's some bullshit. No. You've been selling dope since I was 6, and they caught you, and you're in jail now. No. So it's just that I'm not telling people what to do. Just understand the likelihood and the probabilities of what you asked for, and deal with what comes with that.
Oh, that's facts. That's balanced, though. Okay.
Well, to answer your question, sophisticated jerk, I think like from a secular perspective, nobody's safe, man. You can't cuff them up. And them days of being honorable people amongst each other, them days is over. But if you're a dude that, you know what I mean, that's, you know what I mean, walking with the Most High, whatever, yo, man, you shouldn't wife up a chick unless she got a hymen, man. Know what I mean? That simple. Straight up.
You gotta do real talk, fellas. And this is what I'm learning. This real shit. This ain't no funny shit. Not saying I'm being funny, but this real shit. And it's something that I had to realize that I didn't do. Because to be honest, we really got to be real with the shit. Because at this point, we know what women do wrong. So we really got to fix ourselves. Not saying to be better men for them, but just to be better men, period. we don't really be friends with these girls, man. Like a lot of us, a lot of men and women, we date, we talk on the phone a couple times, we go on a date, and we start having sex, and then we say we're in a relationship. That's not how you start a relationship. That's why when things go left, we just be like, fuck that bitch, because you never was her friend. See, if you was a person's friend first, because friendship can grow. Now, it's a difference between being a friend with a woman and being in a friend zone. Those are two different things.
I don't think, let me just say this. I don't think a male could be a friend with a female. There's some type of sexual interest. It may be dormant, man, but I don't believe it, man. If a chick,
this is what I'm saying, Rush. I'm not saying your end goal isn't that. We're talking about how to get there, though. You know what I'm saying? To be a friend with a woman is a great GPS to get to where you want to go as more than that, because now y'all bond is based on she really fuck with you as a person and he really fuck with you as a person. And then from that friendship, it can get to intimacy. So I'm not talking about being friend zoned. I'm not saying like I'm platonic. I'm saying basically taking it slow with a chick, like just hanging out. Because when a woman see that you can be around them on some chill shit and you're not pressed, that makes them pressed. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes I'm pressed. If you just so like, I really like, I tell them, I'm like, listen, I'm very sexually attracted to you. I will lay your ass out. However, I don't want to move too fast. Let's just get to know each other. So by the time we do get to that place, if we have a disagreement or we have a fallout, it ain't just like a dead split. Because it'd be a dead split in most relationships because all they know is fucking and being intimate. They never was friends. But if you was friends with somebody, when the intimacy get weird or when a relationship get weird, you can fall back on the fact that you was friends. So you have a higher respect for them because outside of sex, outside of being my lover, you are my friend and I care about you as a person. But when we go straight to a relationship, go straight to sex, it's either that or nothing. So I'm not saying be friend zoned, but just we move too fast, men and women. That we just gotta be. I know I have in the past. We just go out on a date and then we just start fucking and then we think that's my girl, that's my man. That's not realistic. It's just not. We gotta mature on both sides. We do.
I agree. Yeah, you saying pretty much.
I could see it on that. I could understand your perspective on that. I mean, now, my next question, right? Do y'all think, when the 5 says she's a 10, do you really believe that she believes that she a 10? If so, let me know, man. Talk to me, man.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna say no, man. I think like man, illasophical broke it down. I think people got these PR things. I think a lot of it is to save people's ego sometimes, like, man, boost their confidence in their head. Because everybody, man, think about it. Everybody got to brush their teeth in the morning, man. You got to look in that mirror. So you a straight 5, dog. You know that. You know, you got some bad friends that you can measure yourself up to. You know, when you go out to the club, dudes are talking to them first, So they know deep down inside. I think they just have to buy into that philosophy. Because even when they ask them about it, like the females were rated, I'll be watching these shows, they don't turn it into a looks rated. They turn it into like, well, I'm confident in myself, so I'm a 10. They got to put it in some form like that. So that's what it is, man.
Yeah, that's just the era we live in. You know what I mean? I don't want to get the thing flagged, but we live in the alphabet era. So you are what you feel. You can be a zebra, all types of weird shit out here. You know what I'm saying? So if a man can say he a woman, and a woman can say he a man, a fat woman can definitely say she a dom because that's what she believes. But that's why, and I don't mean to get deep, but that's why I feel like what messed our people up and made us retarded is belief systems. Because with belief systems, it retards the mind because actual evidence doesn't matter to a believer. Because I can tell you some real shit. I could present empirical evidence and all of that. If the foundation of your thinking is based on belief, it don't matter. All you can say is, well, I don't believe it. So when people are raised to be believers, raised in religions, raised in all these trains of thought that don't require thorough study, that don't require any research, it just requires belief. That sets the foundation for further atrocities that we're dealing with now, because all they got to do is believe there's something, and that's what they are. It don't matter what is. It's about how I feel and what I believe. So if I look in the mirror and I'm 400 pounds, but I believe I'm a dime, that's what I am. It's bullshit, but it's real.
So do you think this is kind of hurting people to a certain degree? Because like you said, Rush, and I think you're getting there with that question where it's like, man, if they do think they're this 10 and they're a 5, you think that's kind of messing them up in the long run?
Yeah, because they're gonna end up being alone. And the reason why I believe that they believe that they tens, say
So
for
you
instance, right?
you believe them, Rush?
Hold on, I'm gonna get to the point. The reason why I
Okay.
believe they believe that they're 10, like she could be a 4, right? She may link up with a dude like Brad Pitt or whatever. You know what I mean? Now because Brad Pitt smashed her for that one night, she think she has she has a delusion of believing that she's really a 10 because Brad Pitt smashed, but really she's just a cum dumpster. Know what I mean? Like sometimes they get that confused and they would take that situation and they would believe that they really a dime, but really you a 4. Know what I mean?
Okay, I got you now. Yeah, because shit. Okay. So it's the
But
dudes that's
I
like
feel
giving them
y'all
that
got perspective on
validation,
that,
right?
though. What happened?
I say it's because the dudes are giving them that validation, like by having sex with them. So I can see that.
Yeah, because they can't discern the difference, man.
Now,
If the
I ain't gonna front. A cum dumpster for Brad Pitt is definitely a dime to the average man. Because if whoever's a cum dumpster for Brad Pitt, that's a bad motherfucker.
I was just using that for an example, man. Not literally Brad Pitt, but to give you the idea of the social art, like the sexual market value. Know what I mean? Like there's a big difference on that. And the reason why I brought it to Brad Pitt, he's a representation of a 5%er. Know what I mean?
But this the thing though. See, women running circles around niggas because men are so busy defending what women say. Women say stuff at the smoke screen, so niggas is fighting and arguing with the narratives of what women say. They like, man, we're just saying that shit to keep y'all going crazy, but they doing something totally different. So when boom, so a cum dumpster for Brad Pitt will still get a high value man, quote unquote, because dudes think like women. So niggas like, if Brad Pitt had her, then I want her. To prove that. Look at all these rich ass athletes and celebrities. You got all these, and this is like one of my followers, right? I ain't gonna say the actor name because I want to put him out there. There's an actor, a famous actor. I would say he like maybe B-list. His wife, one of my biggest supporters. Beautiful, gorgeous, fine as hell, like just ridiculously beautiful. She ain't no celebrity. I'm happy for him. It's like he gets it. All these beautiful women in the world, you got money. Why would you want somebody that been ran through? But what do most of these lame ass celebrities and athletes and rappers do? They go after women that somebody lit already had. So being a cum dumpster for Brad Pitt is a play for these women because that's only gonna raise their value to these other weird ass niggas, and they still gonna look how many dudes is coming after Kim Kardashian. She with OBJ now. You would think that, oh, nah, what's name has her? Oh, nah, but niggas still going. So women are using the value of these, even being a cum dumpster for Brad Pitt, still elevates another woman, elevates these women to these other so-called high-value guys with this bread. So they playing a whole, they throwing out a game to us, but they playing a whole nother game, bro.
No, I agree with you on that.
I mean, there's a reason why a lot of these celebs sleep with the same women is because due to, the SRA rituals and stuff like that. So there's a lot of craziness that goes on in Hollywood.
That's a whole other conversation.
Yeah, that's a whole different conversation, whole different show. Yeah.
I just never understood it. It's like if I'm rich and I got access to like the whole world, man, I'll find some bad chick in the Amazon somewhere, you know what I'm saying? Teach her how to speak or something like that.
Right, they ain't gonna let you do that, man. They're gonna assign a certain chick for you. Know what I mean? But that's food for thought. You heard?
Nah, but you said some real shit though. Like cats ain't ready for that conversation.
Yeah, well,
you got a choice. Free will is always there. But once you get to that certain level, then they gotta control you.
Word. I mean, yo, listen, man. I mean, it is what it is, man. I mean, it's we living in dark times right now, man. A lot of crazy, spooky shit going on right now. Know what I
Like
mean?
me,
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
want
So
to
it
deal
is
with
what
no
it is.
YouTube shit. I don't want to deal with no content creator women. Like no.
No, that's
Yeah,
facts.
I didn't
Yeah,
catch that. What you
leave them
said?
alone. They gonna have all your texts online and shit.
I ain't
Yeah.
doing no YouTube females, no content creator chicks. That's how I'm doing.
Why is that? Why wouldn't you deal with a female that's a content creator?
Because if it go left, they gonna have hella shit on me, and I just don't. I don't want to deal with them. You know what I'm saying? Like I'd rather work with them, but I don't want to deal with them on an intimate level because there's too many women in the world. Like I'd rather keep it business with them. And sometimes you keep it business with chicks, the more you show restraint to chicks, the more attractive you are to them, in my opinion. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
that's
Like
facts.
there's so many dudes is on their line. You know what I'm saying? It's so many. It's easy to just be like, yo, you bad as hell, let me holler at you. It's like I'd rather just be the exception to the rule. It's like I can show you that, yeah, you're attractive, yeah, you're very beautiful, but I'm gonna get this. We're gonna do business. We're gonna collaborate and do content. I want to show that type of discretion.
I don't let them know if they look good or not, man. I keep it on their toes, nigga. I'm gonna keep it guessing, nigga. Nah, nigga, you ain't shit. But
So
I
you
feel
gonna
you
bag
though,
them right?
man. You a gentleman, man. Yeah, I mean, I feel you on that. Know what I mean, but me, man, nah, man. I'm sucker free
Also,
over here.
you'll smack one of these YouTube chicks?
Huh?
You'll smack one of these content creator chicks?
Would I smash? Nah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not
Yeah,
trying
that,
to. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I ain't trying to crack none. I'll flirt with them. I'll say some slick shit, but I ain't trying to do that with you.
yeah.
Oh,
Don't play with the money.
Okay.
Don't play with the money.
On some platonic type shit where I'm here. I mean, I understand. You know, personally, I wouldn't do that either. You know what I mean, but my next question for y'all is: Would it? What would it take for a 5 to snap out her delusional state, thinking that she's a 10? Like, what would it take to wake her up from that delusion?
Constant rejection, seeing that nobody give a fuck what you talking about.
Yo, hold on. I gotta say this, man. Even if she's a deuce, nigga, there's gonna be a traffic of niggas want to smash my nigga. That
It's
mean?
not the guy she wants.
Yeah, that's the key, man.
That's what's gonna show her. Because the guy she really want never gonna fuck with her. So she's gonna realize that, yeah, I'm getting males, but I'm not getting, you getting a man, but you're not getting the man.
But Rush, what tends to happen with a lot of those chicks? Because I know what you're saying. Like they are delusional. So I think it's old age, man, that hits them. I think when they start hitting like 45 around that, because man, there's a couple of chicks I work with at work, and it's like they get that desperation phase because it's like they snap out of it. They're like, oh shit, like that guy that I wanted, that I was like shooting down when I was younger. Man, they take a lesser deal. So like they probably wanted that 8-7 type guy. They shooting, they begging 4s and 5s after they hit a certain age, man, because it's just people move on. And I think it ain't mine, man. They think like the world stops for them. Like, okay, when I want to start settling down, they think like all the guys that typically line with them are gonna fall into that realm and start like hollering at them. I'm like, man, the world, good dudes is getting taken off the map. You know what I'm saying? Especially when they building up and doing the right things, you know, shoot. So yeah, I think it's old age that kind of snaps it in there.
That's a good point. It do hit him.
I believe that too. You know what I'm saying?
It takes a little longer to come around because I ain't gonna front. A lot of these older chicks, they may be on some bullshit with how they talk and all that. I know some fine ass older women that's aging real well, and when they look at the mirror, they feel like they still bad. Like it depends on how she's aging. Like she's aging terribly, then it'll make her hit reality quicker. But if you got these women that's in shape, they work out, they eat right, they 45, they look in that mirror, they be like, man, I'm still bad. Then they not. It's gonna take. It's like it don't hit them until their looks go. You know what I'm saying? If they look in the mirror and still see a baddie, then you can't tell them that they ain't it, whether they got a man or not. When them look fade, that's when they hit their ass. But by that time, it's too late.
Yeah, no, that's facts.
There's a lot of bad older chicks. These older chicks is looking good. I ain't gonna front. There's some bad.
Yeah, they look good, but ain't nobody gonna try to tie them down because one, they tapped into their masculine trait. Because I'm quite sure she got to be caked out at a certain age. You know what I mean? So therefore, the type of compensation she getting, she can't holler at the same nigga that's on the same level. You know what I mean? Because chances are he gonna holler at a chick that's younger than her. You know what I mean? Mid-20s. You know what I mean?
Yeah, how you feel about that? Like I was on the panel the other day, they were saying how a lot of men chase after women that's young because they can't handle women their age. How y'all feel about that?
Me personally, I probably wouldn't mess with no young chicks, but I hate when they do say that because it's like, man, they ain't like no dude don't want to mess with you because like he can't handle you. He shouldn't be trying to handle you. You're combative. You're hard to deal with. So a lot of them, they just can't accept that. So they try to turn it into like a masculinity thing for everything. Like, oh, you're not masculine enough. It's like, nah, nobody just wants to deal with your shit, nor do I have to. And there's other options out there. So I'm gonna keep it pushing if I see like certain traits and stuff. So I mean, that's why I think they're dealing with.
That's a fact. I agree.
Yeah, I agree with you on that too. You know what I mean? On that perspective. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I mean, it's crazy out here, man. This dating scene ain't no joke, man. I mean, only the strong survive, man. You know what I mean?
The funny thing about it is, even though it's crazy, I'm having a ball, bro. Like through the midst of all this shit, I'm thriving, bro. And this is before the YouTube shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this shit definitely turned it up. It's like boom. It's like when the recession happened. They always say like when shit happened in the country, the rich get richer.
Yeah.
The same thing with the dating market. It's like,
yeah,
like it's the panic, but it's only for dudes who don't know who the fuck. If you know who you are and you got your thing together to a degree, oh, it's go time. It's go time.
But Illa, you think that's because you always kind of been outside, interacting with people and stuff like that? So like, it ain't no issue for you. You think that's what it mainly is?
It's that, but it's like I'm just so self-defined. Like a lot of cats really don't have a identity, and they're afraid to lose friends based on objectivity, male friends or female friends. I don't give a fuck. And that energy keeps me going. Not saying I'm gonna say some shit that's gonna make you upset and be rude, but I'm so assured of who I am and when I say what I say that it just creates this magnetism to women. They just be like, if anything, they stay around just because they want to see if they could change me. But it's like men just be so scared to lose their girl because of something they say. I don't care. And it makes them want to get to know me. It makes me.
I'd rather be sucker free and alone than do some sucker shit. Know what I mean?
I like women. See, me personally, I like the energy of women. I can be around them and still have my way. Just because a woman is in my arena, don't mean I'm paying her bills. Don't mean she's stressing me out. I like the energy of women. I'm not paid to be around men.
I love women too, but I'm just saying, like, there's certain core principles that you hold on to with this new wave of this generation. They ain't gonna mess well with it, man. I mean,
you'll be surprised.
I think they would. I think they would, Rush.
You gotta stop falling for the PR. Like a woman
like I said, man, I'm sucker free, man. Know what I mean? I'm good, man. You know what I mean? I still get my, you know what I mean? I got me a nice little Colombian chick, know what I mean? I'm good, you know what I mean? I get around, know what I mean? But I'm just saying, man, what happened?
I said, I believe you.
Yeah, I believe you. Yeah, I seen one of Illa's clips.
Man, it's different now, man. Know what I mean?
I was watching a clip with you on there, Illa. It was like a while back, man, and I seen you like on Ali's one of Ali's panels. So I seen the clip come by. You was like, it was a street interview. You was out there, talking to some.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That must be the one.
Moment, yeah.
But I was like, this dude got some game. I was like, man, my man had the posture. He was mad comfortable in the clip. So I was like, okay, he got that. He solidified.
You feel me? So it's like Like I don't buy into I don't buy. See, men be buying into the PR and be like, you heard her? You heard what she said? Oh, I don't be, girl. That's just what she said. But what she said online and all that shit don't matter. Get on this couch, and they're gonna be a whole different person. Like I don't buy
well, let me
into.
say. Well, let me just ask you this: do you believe from your grandfather days, right? In order for him to bag your grandmother, he had to put in the same amount of work that these young niggas got to put in nowadays, right? So the game
These
is
young niggas ain't
different,
got
right?
no social skills though.
Got to
These young
stay sucker
niggas
free out here, you heard?
No, these young niggas don't know how to talk either. They don't know how to talk. All they know how to do is buy shit. They don't. I'll be in when I go, I don't like going out. But when I go out, I'll be in it because these chicks be thinking I'm young. Like, nah, man, I might be 40 years old. They be thinking I'm like 28 and shit. I be watching these young niggas. I swear to God, last time I went out, I'm talking to chicks, just mad chicks just coming through. I'm just like, I don't have to bag them. I just talk to them. You know what I'm saying? A lot of cats think if I talk to her, I gotta get a number. No, you just gotta show a woman that you ain't that fly, shorty. I can have you laughing and bugging, and then I just walk the fuck off. You know what I'm saying? And like you wasn't even there. The young dude tapped me like, yo, big bro, I don't know how you do that shit, man. These little niggas don't know how to talk, bro. They don't have no social skills at all. All they know how to do is purchase and flash. And it's like they just throw symbols. It's like, you see this? You see this? Oh, you ain't going? Oh, then I don't know what to say. Like our era came from the mouthpiece. You shoot from the lip, you ain't got to shoot from the hip. You feel me? These little niggas don't know how to talk, so I can't relate to them. We came up on slooping them. What you say, bitch? A bitch without me is like hell Mel without the blue note. Should never go flat. Like we came up on a whole different mindset. It's like buying shit, tricking. What are you talking? Like I don't even know what that shit about.
Well, let me just say this, man. Oh, inflation is a real thing, man.
Hoes go with what? Hoes go with tricks. I'm not a trick.
That's facts. Bro, you give these females too much credit, man. I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah,
right.
It's the mind and the mouth. Like dudes really be hearing. Dudes will watch a girl on the post say all praise shit like, and think that's how she really lives. That's her PR. She got a dude at the crib that don't give a fuck about none of that shit. That just take her to get some pizza and wings and be busting her ass all night. And she'll get online and talk about a high value man because that's what they gotta do. It's PR. You gotta get past the PR and just like, man, shut up. Like I literally tell them, I got women I know to be like, why you don't never say I'm beautiful? And I'm like, man, go ahead, little homie, shut up. What you doing today? I talk to them just like that. Like I don't buy into the hype and all that bullshit that they be kicking. Like men be listening to women too much. Everything they say is not how they really feel or how we do that. We be like, no, bitch, this is what it gotta be. We be dead ass. And we think that's how they are. No, they gotta protect their image for society. They're damsels, they're women, they're mothers. So they gotta sell you an image, but that's not who they are behind closed doors, bro. They just want to be yoked up, told some real shit, and they don't want you kissing their ass. That's just what it is. And a lot of these young cats just don't know how to talk to women. They're socially awkward. And a lot of men are too. It's like you just got to be comfortable. Just talk. They're just women, bro. They're just women, bro. Despite all the shit they talking about, you still can have your way, right?
But Russ, let me ask you real quick, man. As far as like the whole sevens and stuff like that, do you think most guys could be able to bag a 7? Or you think more people gonna actually be like closer to 5 territory?
Yeah, most dudes could probably bag a 7, but they gotta put in that work, man. Like it ain't gonna be an easy task for them because you gotta understand, wholeflation is in the mix, my nigga. Hey, yo, you gotta stay sucker free out here, man.
Like if you think the average dude gotta put in work, what do you define as putting in work?
Yeah, I didn't catch that. Say that again.
I said, what do you define as dudes got to get in that, put in that work by women? Like, you said, what you think they got to do?
Yo, like sucker shit, man. Like spending too much bread on her for some for like on a date and shit, or constantly blowing up her phone and all that, and she not reciprocating. Know what I mean? Like You know what sucker shit is, my nigga. Come on, man.
But you ain't gotta do that shit though.
Yeah, you.
If she'll tell you gotta do it to test you. And if you do it, she gonna take it. But you ain't gotta do it.
Yeah, yo, listen, man. You ain't gonna catch me doing that, but I'm just saying, like, I mean, the niggas that's on the come up right now, man. I mean, like, yo, they gotta follow protocol, man, in order to get them buns. Yeah. Now, yo, my next question is, right? Do you think in the next 5 years that the incel will increase by 40%? And if so, talk to me, man. Let me know.
I think so.
40%.
I don't know about 40, but I think they're increasing because they not bettering themselves. They're just getting more and more bitter and just watching YouTube all day. They're not advancing themselves.
Facts.
Yeah, I'm agree with the 40%, man. I think it would be that high, man. Now that I'm thinking about it, because I was listening to I'm thinking back to our conversation earlier, man. They scared, man. It's that fear of rejection, and they like illasophical was saying, man. They don't have them skills, man. I don't know if it's just too much social media, people too comfortable in their house, man. They don't want to go out, man. So I can see the 40%.
What up,
yo, salute. My bad, yo. Salute to Nixon, man. Yo, welcome to the building. Welcome to the show. Yo, the premise of the show is: do you think the 7s is the new 10s? And if so, talk to us. You're
man. Listen, the way things are right now, them 7s is they think they it, bro. Listen, when I was in the Navy, right? We out in the middle of the water, right? And you know, women used to act a certain type of way, right? Like they was the shit. As soon as you pull into them ports, you know, you talking about like Australia and the ports like that, man. I'd never seen so many women get humbled a day in my life, bro. You know what I mean? Because they knew when we hit them ports, we going out there. But when we out to sea, man, even the 5s thought they was the 10s, bro. I swear to God.
Hey, L, you said those 7s dropped to like 4s. What you got to port,
bro? I'm just saying, but I mean, when you think about it now, you know, women are saying like the femininity, you know, power was on the rise. So they really, you know, think about, right? All y'all that's been on a panel or seen a panel full of women, right? Think about it. Some of the guys, they'll say they broke, right? They'll be honest with some of their situations, right? And most of them not afraid to cam up. A lot of women, you know, they won't cam up. You know what I mean? A lot of women will stay in the chat. If you listen to them, they all been flown out. They all got degrees. They all look good. You know what I mean? Like they can't afford to look a certain type of way in front of other women. So it's just like one of those things. Like when you see Kevin Samuels with the one chick that said she had a green thumb, and you see all them women telling, "Oh, she's beautiful. She a 10. She a 10." Man, women been lying to women since the day of the time. Man, you already know how that goes.
That's right.
But let me ask you this, Nixon.
What's up, man?
Because you seem like a smooth dude. You know what I mean? You got the Barry White voice going on and all that. So I know you're not women love voices. That's another thing. Women love a voice. Through all the bullshit going on out here, I guarantee you still have your weight up.
Yeah, I mean, it do be like that. But here's the thing: as far as how it is, even if it's easy, like I done seen enough stuff, you know, even before I came to YouTube, and just because it come your way, man, everybody be pushing back on having that discipline. But look, it's not enough time in the day, man. Especially if you got kids, you have goals, man. A lot of that come with a lot of drama, bro. Like I really ain't got time for all that, man. Like for real, it's a lot of drama, man.
I think the drama come in when you live with them. Long as you got your own place to live, you in the driver's seat. Because all you can say is, "I'm gonna holler at you later, go home." When you see the problem, you do is be living with these bros. I ain't living with ain't nobody over here. So when you live by yourself, that shit don't even mean nothing. It's like, oh, you tripping? All right, no doubt. I'm gonna holler at you. But these dudes be living with these women, and that's what put you in this trap. But if you got your own shit, all it's just a conversation. Oh, you right. All right. It's just a hang up or I'm leaving. Like
no, that's fact.
They be stuck with the girl they live with, and that's why they be fucked. You gotta have your own shit. Living with women is not. I wouldn't suggest that.
But you know another thing though, when women ask you, when they tell you they want you to be transparent, think about nowadays. You really can't be. You gotta be sure. You know what I mean? So you can't really give them everything. Because even if they don't, But
That's
hold
the
on, even
PR I'm telling y'all
even if
about.
they don't leave, even if you don't live with them, right? These women, like if they get rejected, you know what I'm saying? If they could get a hold of your ex, or you know how they do. They go do all that type of stuff. So I be telling everybody, even in the chats, around online, period, whether you on a panel or in the chats, like whatever you say, whatever you type, let it be real. You know what I mean? So that you can't expose something that's real if you stand on it. You know what I'm saying?
But
No,
these
that's
women,
facts. I be telling people, I be like, man, talk to them like they got a wire on them. Like you
Yeah.
you a
Hey,
mob
listen,
boss, so they
listen.
walking a wire, dog. That's how I be moving, man.
Right.
that's why I would never date one of these chicks on these panels. But these women be their representative, man. They be kicking
Right.
PR on these panels and on these internet. It's all public relations. That's not who they are. I met a
Right.
chick that literally went to school for a nigga. Like literally went to school for him and got him an associate, did all his work, and talk all this independent shit. It be all bullshit. It just men be arguing with women's smoke screens. They over there. So when you fighting the cloud of smoke. She done went over there with like you arguing with the bullshit. It's PR. We gotta stop being so emotional and taking everything they say to heart. It don't be real. It be
No. Yeah.
bullshit.
That's right. And I watched
We be
y'all.
being real. We think they coming like how we coming.
Right. And I watch y'all. I be wanting to say that to a lot of dudes, man. Like if you have a show and you complaining about a certain behavior, right? But the thing about it is, then you turn around and you let them same women on your panel. You let them same women disrespect you, the channel holder, in your chat. And I'm like, bro, they go other places and they saying I could do whatever I want because I'm the shit, and because you allow it, bro. Because you allow it. And I mean, it is what it is. I mean, they're gonna do what they're gonna do. But it's now there's a couple of trolls, and I'm not gonna mention their name, right? When they go to particular content creators channels or whatever, they act like they got some respect because he set the tone. And that's why I be trying to tell these other dudes, like women, you know what I mean? They love when when you set a certain tone and you demand a certain respect. But if you don't, they still gonna play with you. They still gonna play along. You know what I mean? And they're not gonna tell you they're not gonna tell you that. That's something that you got to put out there. But when I see them in other places, man, they act accordingly.
Right? I don't play that shit on my channel. No, everybody come in peace. It don't be none of that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But these dudes be scared to lose their woman or lose or offend. They scared to offend a woman with being objective. You gotta break that fear. If you scared of the truth, if the truth offends you, then you got to be offended all day. I'm not gonna call you out your name. I'm gonna hold you accountable to what you do and say. And if that loses you, then so be it.
Now, one thing I can say by watching y'all is I don't see the, you know what I mean, back and forth or the need. If you know who you are as a man, why you gonna argue with a woman that you're not even dealing with? Why you gonna argue who you are as a man to somebody that you won't even see when you turn this shit off? I never understood that, bro.
Sometimes you gotta make an example out of motherfuckers.
Yeah, sometimes, but I'm talking about like, yeah, but you got to know when to pick your battles. I'm talking about day in and day out. Somebody gonna tell you, and I think this new thing is only women can tell what their value is. When a man say, "Look, you may be the prize, but I'm the catch," and they trying to tell you that you not. No, I ain't. I'm not about to argue with you on none of that stuff. I'm not. You know what I mean? It's just it's words. So you telling the men a man can't know his value and know his standard, like that's they call that sassy or they call it other stuff. It's like you just got to be beneath them. Like only they can have standards. I'm not
They trying
arguing
to
with you.
trick you off. That's the PR shit, bro.
Right.
PR. They're trying to trick
Right.
you off the street, bro. You get them by
Right.
themselves. Oh, I was just playing. I was.
Right.
Yeah,
And
that's that constant finesse, man. They trying to, like I said, they using masculinity. They experts at that. Oh, you
Bro,
don't
I
do
right.
this for me.
remember
That ain't masculine. You don't do this. That's not masculine. I'm like, shit. I guess I'm
Hey,
not
yo,
masculine then because I ain't
I
paying for
was on
y'all
a date with
shit.
a chick one time, bro. I took her out to eat, and this is rare for me. I'm like, I'm gonna take her out.
was it Cheesecake Factory?
I'm not looking for no
You
boyfriend.
know they
She's like,
don't. They don't.
she's like, I'm not looking for no man. I don't want no boyfriend. I'm like, cool, no doubt. I ain't looking for no girl. So we went out, eat, walk downtown, whatever. We ended up walking by my building. She like, I gotta use the bathroom. I'm like, all right. So I guess she thought I was gonna invite her to my upstairs. My building got a bathroom in the hallway. I'm like, I use the bathroom in the
Let me
hallway.
turn it off a second.
She like, you ain't gonna invite me upstairs? I'm like, nah, I ain't want you to, I'm trying to keep it classy. I don't want you to feel like I'm coming to my crib. So an hour before, she ain't want no man. Next you know what happened. Next
Right.
day, oh, I want to be married or I want to marry. It's like they just be selling you this PR shit. And if you buy into that, that shit is on you. You got to just see past what they talk about. It's like almost dealing with a child.
Right.
Shout out to Let Go. I don't think women are children. They definitely childish.
Hey, but you know what though? I heard a woman on the podcast, and well, actually, okay. One example was a girl in the chat. What up, Ali? She was talking about this particular content creator. It's a guy, right? And he be getting on a lot of fucking dudes' nerves. You know what I mean? And there's certain women that don't deal with him, right? But this particular troll was like, basically said, "Look, we like him because he pisses y'all off." So they will support other dudes that piss. You know what I mean? You know the dudes that everybody messed up except me. Everybody dusted except me. You know, type of. You know what I mean? And then I saw this other podcast where a lady was saying, she's saying, I don't really like what's going on with men nowadays. Why can't y'all just go back to the days which y'all didn't know y'all worth? I was like, but she was honest though. She was honest because she's looking at, you know what I mean, how men are doing stuff like they're not cold approaching. You know what I mean? They're not wasting their time to just walk up, you know what I mean, the club, you know what I'm saying, so a girl can turn them down. They're waiting on a signal. They're waiting to see if you're not gonna waste their time. You know what I mean? Like
nicest dudes of ever. That's what these
what's
chicks don't understand. These dudes is nicer than grandpa and them was knocking grandma upside their head.
right. Yeah. But you gotta think about it though. When grandpa got off of work though, even when grandma was home, when grandpa got off of work, you know what I mean, he couldn't bring his problems to the door, so he went to the local bar or whatever. And guess who was waiting? So when everybody talking about how grandpa had other families and all this type of stuff, right? And I told him, yeah, you right. He might have had other families, right? But when he went out and he was at the bar, think about them women that came up to him, them other families. Some of them was your grandma. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
You know.
That's a fact. But Joe, fellas, I gotta make a run. Listen, y'all all I want Rush, send me everybody information. I would love for y'all to be on my channel. You know what I'm saying? Chop it up on the panel with me, all three of y'all. Y'all some good, cool brothers. We definitely gotta do this again. You know what I'm saying? I can come back whenever you need me, Rush. Let me know, bro. I'm here.
No doubt, man. I just subscribed, so I'm pull up.
You know what I mean? I'll hit you up, man. You know what I mean? Yo, thanks for coming through, man. I definitely appreciate it, man.
Oh, no doubt. Anytime. You already know.
All right, fam. Yeah, sophisticated, man. I seen you around here and there, man. You're a good brother, man. That's why I said, man, it's sometimes it's good to be among brothers, man, because there's no distraction, there's no, and I get a lot of the co-ed space and all that, but that barbershop, you know what I mean, talk when it was just men iron sharpen irons without no no delays or no interruption. Because you got to think about it, right? When I was in the military, when leaders went behind closed doors, you know what I mean, they formed a plan and they came out and they gave it to the subordinates, right?
Yeah, no doubt.
They were okay with it. You know what I mean? All they were worrying about is the order and the results, right? So there was nothing to question. But nowadays, when we open up a lot of stuff about, the process of what men go to, when we allow people to watch that process, they interfere with the process. You know what I'm saying? They want to tell us how, where we should do stuff and how we should do stuff. Well, before, you know what I'm saying? They just like the results. You know what I'm saying? Like that's less pressure off them. They say, what is it? Stress is for shoulders, not for hips. So a lot of times, like they're trying to tell us how we should be doing the whole process. And that's what the thing is, right? It's interrupting to a lot of conversations. A lot of times we need these panels or these discussions where, men can really like get together and talk about some stuff and kind of sharpen each other, not to be down in each other, but to really learn from each other without no interruption. You know what I mean? I don't care if we talking about man stuff and then to go into sports, but just, sometimes, we need those conversations, bro.
No, I appreciate that, and I agree with you, man. And so you like we got to start putting our egos to the side because this is one of those things, man. I guess I just grew up a different way where, I was on a panel last night and I was telling them, I'm like, look, we gotta stop slapping labels on it. Let people stop playing with like the term masculinity, because we all men at the end of the day. So shit, if Rush got the best idea, I'm taking that information. I'm running with it, man. I don't give a damn if he what label he puts on himself. It's just good information, man. That's where we gotta get. If Nixon got the best info, man, we need to go that route, man. If he got the outcomes, so that's where we gotta start gravitating to. So now I agree with what you were saying, man. We gotta have them conversations, let people talk and stuff go around, man, because I think sometimes people get skipped over and they might have the best knowledge. So yeah, I think we gotta start opening them panels up, like you said, keep trolls at least a couple of them, like have the entertainment days, but every once in a while, like, man, let's have a real conversation. But I like how Rush structured his conversations, because it's like, man, he has that entertainment element, but it gets to those like the conversations that we need to have and stuff. It's like he pulls that information out, man. So that's why I like pulling up on you, Rush.
Yeah, it's always good to come over here, man, because it's like you feel like you're away from all the other crazy stuff. You know what I mean? It's like, and it's like Rush could be on something different because that fits his lifestyle. You can be on something a little bit different because that fits your lifestyle, and I could be on something different as well, right? But it's like I feel like when certain men get together, like you were saying earlier, it ain't really no need to like like you said, put egos aside, because we can find common ground on some stuff as men. We've been through certain experience as men. You know what I mean? So we could talk on that. And even if it's like, okay, well, this is where I'm going, like say in a relationship situation. And Rush is like, well, I'm not really on that. I'm going on that. All that's fine and well, man. You know what I'm saying? We still can have talk as men without, what I'm saying, me trying to tell, oh yeah, well, Rush, you soft, man. You this, I mean, we ain't got to do all that. You know what I mean? We still can sit up here and learn from each other, because it might be a time that, hell, dude in a relationship, you know what I mean, might go through something and he out of a relationship. And now he on the same time Rush on, like, yeah, I'm out there with Rush now, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think we can have those conversations and find common ground and still be good.
But shout out to Chaotic, man. He had one good comment. He was like, let's be honest, for a 7, he put some parameters at it. My man, Chaotic was like a 7. That's a high bar, man. What you think about that?
Oh man.
But I mean, that just shows you that the whole flation is a real thing, man. I mean, like, it's serious out here, man. These streets out here is really cold, man. But
Damn, is that bad?
I like having conversations like this because I want to inform the younger men that's coming up in this generation, man. I want them all to stay sucker free. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then we'll take listen. Now if you get you a nice 8, that is well rounded and it's not full of themselves or whatever. I always look at the need for attention. You know what I mean? Like I kind of look out for social media and that person's need for attention. I mean, women in general love attention, but it's the level. And I like to look at that and see where that's going. I'll even ask the question. In a situation where, of course, women, they love to look at what you're looking at, and they tend to find the time to investigate. Oh, you liking posts and you liking this and you liking that. And I always ask the question, what's wrong with me liking another man's girl's pic? Well, she probably got a man, you never know. You just liking a pic. What's wrong with me giving her that attention? And then, they'll tell you, oh, because so-and-so. And I say, okay, cool. I'm cool with that. I won't like no more pics. But then again, what's up with you loving the attention that you getting probably from somebody else, man, liking your pic as well?
Nah, that's dope. No, that's good. I ain't never think about it like that.
You know what I mean?
On them.
Nixon, they do that because they still fishing for a better option. You know what I mean? They still looking for the highest bidder. That's why they allow the attention to come in, because they still looking for that replacement for a better option. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, and women like to look good in front of other women or whatever, but I definitely always like to see, like, how bad is that attention? You know what I mean? Like if she's looking for your attention and that's the most important thing, you know what I mean? Like, cool. Like, but I always watch that. You know what I mean? That's the thing for me. But if you got like 100 selfies, you know what I mean? You taking 5 or 6 pics a day, yeah, I'm watching you. You know what I mean? And that goes to those 10s. Man. Listen, them 10s, man, be nice, man, but they be headaches. And if we want to be honest, sorry, ladies, some of them, they sex game it be whack, man. It'd be whack because they ain't never really had to put in no work, man. I'm telling you, man. Hey, listen, if you ever mess with a 4 that really liked you, bro, she putting in work. She,
You said that forward try to stick around, huh?
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
You
you
said that
talking
10
about the
giving
mud
that
ducks,
zombie
man?
sex.
The mud ducks,
Hey,
yeah, they're pretty loyal, man.
hey, it's like a dude with no place to go, man. He's sleeping on your couch. Like, yo, he trying to make it to the bedroom and not out in the street. He putting in work.
So let me ask y'all real quick. What do y'all think is like the rate on the rating scale? Which one would you say is the best rating? Like if you have to go for one based on like dedication, somewhat of the look, the well-rounded picture, which number would you say is the what men need to kind of strive for?
An adjustable 7.
You
But
said adjustable.
yeah, an adjustable 7. But you know I'm not big on, you know what I mean, cuffing women. You know what I mean? Like I'm not big on that. But you know what I'm saying? You
Okay,
know what
so
I mean?
adjustable.
Adjustable 7.
What about you, Nixon? What's the number?
Man, listen, listen. I will wait. I will wait for that. You talking about relation, like serious relationship?
Yeah, like if you had a like a long term thing, and you had to grab which number do you think is the best for men?
Oh, or for men. I thought you meant for me. Okay. I would say, I would say adjustable 7,
Okay, adjustable
like
7.
Russ said. But shit, I'm looking for that nice 7, 8. But anyway, go ahead.
You said right in between, huh? Nah, I'll say about a 6, between a 6 and a 7. I'll say right in between there.
Yeah.
Y'all getting close to that 8 territory, boy. That's y'all close to the headaches right there.
What
yeah, I
you
mean,
ain't them 8s and
the,
9s, man? That shit is definitely at it, man. You know what I mean?
but look, I done met
Definitely.
some nice nines that, you know what I mean, grew up a certain type of way. You find them every now and then, you know what I mean? That's not really, hey, I knew a couple in my life, man, that they really didn't even do the social media type thing, man. They was really trying to be low key. So you find them here and there, but if you find them, listen, better get them.
Okay.
I think any female that got social media like Instagram, Snapchat, definitely. If she got Snapchat, your girl cheating on her. But
Oh yeah, man. Fuck that
it's
Snapchat.
definitely
Hell no.
it's a red
He said
flag, man.
Snapchat. You got MySpace. He done.
Yo, you
My
see what?
face. Yo,
Them
I haven't heard that
OnlyFans
in
and
years, man.
them OnlyFans and them other chicks, man. Hey, they be doing that Snapchat, bro. They be on that shit.
Yo, I had a few Jones that hit me up on there, man. All the time. I would
Yeah.
have their number, like their personal cell number, but they always hit me up on the Snapchat. You
Listen,
know what I'm saying?
if you with them, if you talk to them, right, and they only give you their WhatsApp or they Snapchat, they got a man.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
Yeah,
what
that's
it
a
is.
fact.
Yeah,
That's a fact. And they're front like they ain't got one though.
right.
They're front.
Damn, y'all give me some game out. I'm gonna have to shoot this to my son. Like, look, man.
Yeah, it be wild, man. Hey, but yo, it be dudes just
That's what I'm saying, man. Ain't nobody safe, man. Ain't nobody safe. I see too much, man. Know what I mean? But food for thought, man. Know what I mean? I just want to
Yeah.
help the youth to stay sucker free out here, man. This is ugly out here.
hey, but you know what though? Here's the thing, right? Especially in this climate, it may look rough, right? When you got all these podcasts and you got all these opinions and all this stupid stuff, man. I saw the post today, and they would talk about the love, honor, and obey part in the marriage, right? And the woman that was doing the post, she was like, "Listen, I obey my man." She's like, "I don't know what y'all talking about." You know what I mean? Like, listen, I'm good. So of course, I go to the comment section and well, that's what you want to do. You know what I mean? But some women, we just choose not to do this and do that. And I'm just like, listen, cool. If y'all want to take everything out of that, right? If y'all want to wait until y'all get married in order to give us the wife treatment, cool. Fellas, make them wait for some of that stuff too. If that's what you want to do, cool. Then the providing, protecting, and all that type of stuff, you just dating, ask them which one you're going to take off the table until you get married and see what they say. Because you're not getting me up front with everything, and I'm showing you I'm already doing husbandly duties. So if that's the case, you getting it for free. But you telling me I got to wait to get some other stuff from you for later until we get married? Cool. Let's take one of these things off the table. Which was going to be?
No, that's facts.
And you know what though? Hey, you live in your house, I live in my house. Take the providing off the table. I'm gonna protect you because you mine. But look, you pay your bills. I may help out here and there. I may pay for a trip or two, but I ain't really providing for you like that. If that's the case. We do it like that. Because once you, like Illasophical said, once you live with a person, it's a headache. Once you live with somebody, and that's when all that stuff come into play, and you playing house and all that, and then the lease is still, you got 9 months left on the lease. That's how people end up in bad relationship, because it's like, well, I came this far, we might as well, and then you still got to finish out the lease. But if you was in your own place, just imagine how many relationship wouldn't make it. You know what I mean? Because you don't really know had no financial reason to, or responsibility.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that. A lot of times when people do link up, it's for survival reasons only. Know what I mean?
Right.
And you're
Right.
right, man. It's always good to have your own spot, so you ain't gotta. Yeah, I mean, force yourself dealing with a chick that you don't really like no more. Know what I mean?
Right. Right. You don't have to force it to work, man. So yeah, to the young guys listening, listen, man, all that, 100% of your bills. If you in your young 20s, you can't listen to them young women talking that. You're not even in a position to be 100% provider. I mean, they'll listen to us older people, and that's not even that lane. So if you
Yeah, I'll
can't
be right
afford your
back.
own
I take a
spot,
leak.
Okay, do
okay.
you think?
If these young dudes can't afford their own spot, man, listen, my son had one girl live with him, and that was short lived. He packed her up and sent her her mom. He's like, she arguing with me, and he on his way to work. She quit her job. She laying in the bed. He was like, I'm good on that. That was it.
You said he learned fast on that one, huh?
Yeah, I mean, because I taught my son my mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna lie, man. I was wearing a cape for a while. You know what I mean? My mom taught me, my dad taught me the financial responsibility, this side of being a man and taking care of stuff. My mom taught me how to treat women like queens and all that. But my mom was, scorned, and she had one of those, strong, independent attitudes. And, but a couple of years ago, we had a talk, and she said she wanted a man to be on her boat. And I'm like, that's why you always gonna have problems. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not gonna respect that man. And see what happens in that situation. Men who get taught to treat women a certain way, they would go out subconsciously and they'll find a woman like mom, strong and independent,
Mhm.
but she not really your mom. So now you got issues. You know what I'm saying? So I was doing that to the wrong. You know what I mean? Like, I had to learn every woman don't get that. They say that's what they need and all that, but every woman don't get that. You got to be careful giving out your resources, your money, your time, and most importantly, your seed. Be careful who you get out of way.
Not like what you're saying, Nixon. Yeah, nah, everything must be earned, man. So I'm like you, man. I tell my son, I'm like, hey, don't just be dumb. And like you said, like, you're young, man. Like, don't take on that burden up front. Like, man, get somebody that's gonna work with you. And I think that's what a lot of people miss. Like a lot of females, it seems like they want to just show up at the finish line, and hell nah. That's why I'm like you, Nixon. I tell my son, just nah, somebody need to be riding it out with you, man. They need to give you that reciprocal relationship. If not, then keep it moving, man. You'll be all right by yourself. That's why I tell people, I don't need no help spending my money, man. I'm good doing that by myself. I'm an expert at spending money. I don't need no help.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. But if you can find, yeah, if they find somebody that's with them, you know what I mean? I'm talking about young ladies that's, like, say they in college, and, they nurturing that, they checking up on them. You know what I'm saying? Babe, you got a test coming up tomorrow. You want me to help you study, or, you know what I mean? Or just, hey, listen, we got a lot of stuff coming up. Like, we ain't really got to spend money like that. I'll cook. You know what I mean? Like, people that understand, the importance of things, because you hear all this rhetoric now, and people want you to spend this and fly this and do this and do this. And I'm just like, yo, y'all don't know what's going on in the economy right now. Y'all don't see what's going on. Y'all asking for all this stuff. Do y'all not know? Even people that's making 100,000 plus, they got second jobs. Like, what's up with y'all? What's going on? That's not realistic. You know what I mean? So You just gotta be more realistic, man. If you can
Yeah,
find one that's on that.
I agree with you on that, Nixon. Like, people should, link up and build together and have some type of strong foundation. But due to the mass media, they kind of influence people to do the complete opposite. And you're right, man. People that's making like six figures got a second or third job, man, just because you know, the whole inflation situation. You know what I mean?
Hey,
Yeah,
but
it's
you know what
different.
the good thing? My bad. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, well, I was just gonna say now, just to tie it back to what you guys are both saying, like, yeah, economics now, man, you gotta take a different approach. And I be telling people all the time, I'm like, man, look, if y'all both like, put the household first, man, you're gonna get that further ahead, man. You can actually have a different quality of life, man. But it's just it seemed like a lot of, I'll say a lot of females that I'm hearing now, man, they just want to come in and put that burden on somebody. It's like they don't care. They're like, look, I have that dude working 2 to 3 jobs, if I get to, kind of chill out and stuff. So yeah, it's kind of sad, man. But yeah, the economics, I don't see how people could like do all that. Plus all the like new expectations, trips, the cell phone plans. Cause you look back in the day, man, all that stuff that exists, internet plans now. So yeah, I feel sorry for like the younger cats that feel they gotta take all that on. So
So you do believe wholeflation is a real thing?
inflation, economic inflation. I think yeah, them younger dudes get hit with everything. That's why when people are like, man, I'm not trying to do the traditional type, relationship structure and stuff. Man, I'm like, you
Right.
know what? Y'all got to
It's
explore
not. It's not
everything. Give yourself
feasible,
more
man.
options.
It's not feasible. For example, I seen a video on TikTok, right? These people from Canada, right? They're doing some food shopping. Do you know how much it costs a dozen chicken wings?
How
Like two
much?
hundred dollars. Yeah, $200, man. In Canada, they was like, "Yo, don't come out, don't move out here." Know what I mean, I
Damn.
send you the link to that TikTok.
Yeah, let me
Hope
shoot.
you got. Yeah, so
Damn.
you got to see it.
Hey, but you know what though? Here's the thing. We could look at it as a bad thing, right? Because like I said, like the emergence of like podcasts everywhere, right? And everybody, of course, got a voice now, and it's just like it's really oversaturated, right? All right, my bad. It's my son. But here's the thing: we could look at it a bad thing, or we could look at it as a good thing, right? Because before we used to have to vet people and listen to what they say, watch what they do, and allow time to get us to evaluate things properly. But now with social media going crazy the way it's going, I mean, you see people who are catching on because they're watching TikTok, the stuff that we've been talking about. Yeah, give me a second. Stuff that we've been talking about for a long time, right? Now that it's becoming like a popular culture thing, people are catching on to this stuff that we've already heard regurgitated 1,000 times. It makes it a little bit easier because now you going out on dates and the whole what is it uh Cheesecake Factory, that's in skits now, that's made it to the main, like the main media and all that, right? So because that is becoming popular, more people are going to follow it, and you're good. You sent back, right? If you're dating a woman, you go on the first date with a woman, she don't know that you've been around this content, she don't know that you're a content creator, and you listen to all this stuff and you catching it because you've been around the content. You know what I'm saying? You already know where they're going with it. Now it's not a hidden thing now. You know what I'm saying? Like people are out and it's coming out a little bit more. So it's easier to identify people now because it's spilling out. You know what I mean? So it may look like a bad thing, but it could be a good thing because you know the right questions to ask to see what time they on.
No, that's facts. Yeah, I think it's bringing that awareness, like you said. So, and people giving that pushback on, females that do be kind of like that, where they talking about like, oh, I'm not gonna do this, making it a parody, pretty much, like you talking about, making them kind of, shining the light on them. Whereas, like, I think before guys would just be like, go with the flow, like, damn, okay, this is what they
Right.
want. But enough of us is like, nah, man, don't tolerate that nonsense. There's a good female that don't care. She's gonna kick it with you if she like you and stuff. So, yeah, that's facts.
You got young boys out there purposely taking them to the Cheesecake Factory to see how they act.
But hey, y'all, I gotta drop off in a couple minutes, man. It was a pleasure talking to y'all. Great topic again, Russ.
Yo,
Shout out
thank
to
you guys for
Chaotic.
coming through. I'm gonna kill it live anyway.
Yeah, man.
Thank
I'm
you guys
sorry I
for
came
coming
late,
through.
man. I don't missed it, man. I definitely would have. Definitely want to come back and kick it with y'all.
Yo, yeah, man. Yo, just come through for the next one, man. The next time, yeah, I mean, I do this again, man. Yeah, man. This show's officially over. Thank you guys for coming through. It's your boy Rush signing out. Seek wisdom, practice humility, and always stay sucker free. You heard? I'm out. One.
All right.
Peace.